excited here at the Kenro Cam with Patti Stracher, the show director. Patti, thank you for coming by. I know you're kind of busy right now.
Just a little busy, but it is such a thrill. I'm so glad to be here.
I've been coming to the show for about 6 years, and I know that there are some changes to this year's show. So tell me a little bit about those.
This is such an exciting industry to work with. The creativity is endless and abundant. And, we watch what's happening at in the industry and at retail, and we try to speak to that in 3 dimension at the show. So we introduced a lifestyle gift section to complement the kind of merchandise that you see in the National Stationery Show. And one of the most exciting parts of the show this year is a juried section called #Fresh.
Yes, I love it.
Have you seen it?
Yes.
I mean, it is just fantastic.
Yeah, it's
and
great.
those companies are young, emerging businesses that are hatching here or that have been in business a couple of years but haven't really introduced themselves in a formalized atmosphere like the National Stationery Show. So that in itself is really making this environment alive.
Yeah. Which is, that's the beauty of this show, I think, is the inspiration of that hand-touched and then dreams, like you're just meeting people who are living out their dreams and launching them here, and you're giving them the opportunity to do that. So it's beautiful.
It's really one of the most special aspects of the job. I mean, of course, we have companies that have been with the show for 20, 30, 40 years, fabulous exhibitors that are our core customers. But every year we get to we're introduced to young businesses like you're describing, people who dream that someday they'll have a greeting card company, or they'll have a letterpress line, or they'll develop a line of gift wrap that's fabulous, and they want to do it at the Stationery Show, and they start with us, and we walk them hand in hand through the process, and then here they are debuting, and it's just a really exciting thing to work with those businesses.
So, and this leads me to so often, because I talk about the National Stationery Show all the time, and one thing I hear from people over and over and over is, I'm dying to go, I want to go, it's my dream to go. What are some things that we can tell those people to help them make that leap, to just come?
Well, first of all, does come mean exhibit, or does come mean come and see, walk, trend,
Yes.
trend shop, all of the above?
Yes.
First of all, call me.
Okay.
Or anybody
Call
on my
Patti.
team. Call Patti, anybody on my team. You're welcome here. We love to have you here. And I think before you exhibit in the show, unless you've been in a booth before or you were a retailer and you're now becoming an exhibitor and kind of know the environment, it's so important to come to the show, walk it, get a feeling for it, see the kinds of displays exhibitors have created, understand the size, the scope, who's here, and of course talk with us.
So let's talk about the industry a little bit. What excites you most? I mean, there's such amazing things happening in the industry, young talent. What excites you the most about the future of paper, pen, DIY, all of these amazing things?
Huge question. I'll try to be succinct. I mean, look,
It is, yeah.
paper has been challenged, and there's no secret to the story of the greeting card industry inventing itself and reinventing itself. There's so much innovation, and I think one of the things that's most exciting is the way that card businesses in particular, are integrating digital technology into their product, whether it's sound activation or it's a QR code that you can scan and then watch the reaction of the recipient when he or she receives your card. That is very exciting. Certainly with the integration and synergy between craft and social stationery, we have the benefit of bringing those two sectors together and seeing them trade and do business together. Exhibitors do a lot of business with each other. That's another thing that sort of helps fuel the business and the development of new ideas and new partnerships.
Well, and that's one of the things that I find so beautiful about this show is there is so much collaboration, and how can you not be happy in an environment like this? I just feel like people are happy, they're friendly, they're excited. So now one of the things that we've been doing with all of our interviews is we're doing a series called #Stationery Confessions. So a range of things we've heard. I haven't sent out my Christmas cards. They're still sitting on my dining room table. I write thank you notes, stamp them, but I never send them. So do you, Patti Stracher, have a stationery confession?
I think my confession would be that I haven't written my daughter in college enough. I've texted her more than I have written her. But that's really because she hasn't embrace the art of ink on paper, but she's getting there. And you can imagine with a mom like me that she has no choice.
That's right.
That's my confession.
Oh, I love it. And a good thing to remember, because I have a 10-year-old, soon to be 11. She'll call me on that.
Exactly.
But, you know, those things to keep that connection alive on that letter writing end.
Absolutely.
So thank you for talking with us today.
Welcome.
It's been such a pleasure.
Thank you. I hope you enjoy the rest of the week. It's fabulous to have you here.
We will.